Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to the pod and it's gonna be an emergency pod kasi actually one day lang na nag-gap
Yeah,
and it's
because
about the
what the
Mason
fuck
Amos.
just happened?
No,
Because what the fuck just happened, guys? Like, what actual fuck just happened?
yeah, and so many questions. So like di mo alam like was it playing time? Is it because of would you say internal issues? And grabe yung backlash sa social media, 'di
Oh
ba?
yeah,
Especially yung mga ex play actually not even ex players, even the
even
current.
current players. Yeah,
Mm.
even current players. I think the only ex-player who really commented was SJ, right?
Oo,
Uh,
Mamuyak, Asistio.
really? I didn't
They
notice.
posted their own stories, yung parang mga yung Bbob, hashtag Bbob na
Bebob. Okay.
they're just posting their team photos na parang win
Okay.
or lose it's a school we choose. Sabi ko, oh.
Well, to be fair, man, I think a lot of this has to come with the fact na ano na rin talaga yun. It's called it's different now, right?
Mm.
The money plays a huge part in a lot of what you do now as a player. Obviously,
Pero
you want to provide for your family. You want to be able to provide, even at the starting young point of their career. If you're able to earn more, why not, right? I think that's how it ended up going. At the same time, it could be possible na uh, DLSU is just getting fully ready for when KQ is not playing anymore. It's not gonna be on the team, right?
that's the
I think,
basketball aspect of it. That's the
yeah.
basketball aspect of it. Pero yung backlash is more of I feel like hindi niya siguro nasabihan na maigi or
Oh yeah.
the communication was not the ideal that he expected it to be. Kaya
Oh
biglang
yeah.
ganun. Kasi usually naman when people leave, like even kina Remogat for example, his teammates didn't do that.
Nagpaalam naman sila. Nagpaalam naman sila.
Nagpaalam. So feel
Oo,
ko na
nagpaalam
may
naman siya.
doon nagka-friction in between. That's what caused the
I think a major part right now of why people could be frustrated is the one of what's it called? He told Tab that he wasn't leaving, but then
Oh yeah,
all of a
may
sudden
article
the
na yun.
news
Kanina
came
lang yun,
out.
di ba? Kanina lang
That was
yun.
last night, last night, man, last
Last
night.
night. Wala, natulog ako kagabi.
Yeah, that was last night when Coach Tab asked if because he heard about it like maybe what's it called? What was that? Like no
Uh,
Saturday he heard about it already.
they
And
dismissed the
then
rumors daw, di ba? Dismissed the idea. Kasi
yeah,
Saturday,
but
nga,
then
Saturday naamoy na daw ni Tab.
yeah. I don't know. Obviously, if you're Mason or even if you're part of the Masons team, you can't be surprised right now with the fact by team I mean like agents and family. You can't be surprised by the backlash you're receiving right now. Because at the end of the day, Ateneo DLSU is still gonna be a rivalry. Ateneo Lasal rivalry pa rin yan kahit anong even if right now one isn't the best team
Medyo
and some
one-sided yung
other
panalo. It's a question of by ilan mananalo yung Lasal.
yeah, it's still no. Yeah,
Oh.
what is it, during the Phil Oil? Was it against DLSU where Ateneo lost by like 40?
No naman, 20 plus lang naman. No, Pinoy Liga they lost by like 35, 34.
Yeah, but ayun, so this is still Ateneo DLSU. So I think that's where it stings a little bit more. If you're fans of Ateneo or if you're part of the team, it's because he went to DLSU of all schools he could have gone to. He went to DLSU. I'm sure it wasn't just DLSU who had an offer for Mason, right? I
Eh
mean,
kung UP.
kung yung masalo,
Mas
may hate din yan. Paramihan ng hate lang yan, pre. Ano ba? Well, ayun. That's why you can't be surprised on the end of Mason and the rest of his family and the rest of his like agency. You can't be surprised by the fact na may backlash talaga. And to be fair, if you've seen all these posts recently, Mason went live yesterday after it came out.
Si KQ nag-live. Tapos katabi
Hey,
sila ni Mason. Pati si Mason
nag-live.
nag-live?
Pati si Mason nag-live. Wait lang, check
Tapos
ko lang
alam ko si KQ nag-live. Tapos
Confirm ko
tinawag
lang.
niya si Mason. Pero yung
Confirm.
ako at least I'll share what I saw na lang muna habang hinahanap mo. Yung nakita ko is si KQ yung nag-live tapos tinawag niya si Mason na tumabi sa tabi niya. Tapos nakakatawa doon sa live si Kian Baklaan. Sabi niya, "Pakita mo si Amos." Tawang-tawa, pinakita ka niya.
Yung timing, ang pangit din kasi ng timing. Pre, na magkasama sila ni Keiki pati ni Mason, bro. Even if like, sige, I guess you always want to report what you need to report, right? Pero, yung timing na magkasama sila sa Gilas, people will obviously start to think na, oh shit, it's because they were together in Gilas, he was able to promote this shit, that shit, yung ganon.
Yeah, but in
Di
reality,
nag-live din
that's not
siya,
how
tinan
things
mo.
work.
Nag-live din siya.
Oh, nag-live nga siya. Okay.
Nag-live din siya. Nag-live din siya.
Yeah.
Ayun. So, just the fact na, honestly, right now, it doesn't help, right, na pag Filipino culture, medyo, pag may issue, people tend to, like, really harp on that issue. So, like, pati si Junmar, napatanong siya ay, di ba may video na kinakat
Nakakatawa yun.
KQ
Amos,
na,
Amos, Amos.
Amos, na-recruit ka ba ni KQ? Yung ganon. Yung, pagtitripan ka talaga. And, ayun, on both sides, for Ateneo, this sucks, right? Mason Amos was supposed to basically be, we even saw it in Pinoy Liga. He was, I think we could argue he was their best player. In terms of shooting, he's their best shooter, that's for sure. So it kind of sucks right now if you're Ateneo, I would say. But then, at the end of the day, this is a coach tab team. This is a coach tab team who he still has Chris Kuhn, he still has Sean,
MVP.
Jared Bahay,
MVP year, Chris Kuhn.
MVP Chris Kuhn. He has Chris Porter, right? So
We have a LeBron Nieto, Ian
yeah,
Espinosa.
LeBron, Ayan. So
14-0, baby, we're coming.
There are a lot of there could be a lot of reasons why this happened. I don't want to fully speculate. Do you have any reason, or do you think there are any specific reasons, or you don't want
Well,
to
if you
speculate?
make it strictly to basketball, Mason only averaged like 17 minutes a game last year sa UAAP. We didn't see him play much nung Phil Oil, Pinoy
I
League.
mean,
Yung sa Phil Oil. And again, Summer League, di ba? Pero I think that could be an indicator na ganito rin ba? Makukuha ko ba rin to ulit? Like, we can see the
yeah,
frustration with the touches in Phil Oil.
possible.
Aminin mo yun. Yun yung
Oh
mga,
yeah,
yung
oh yeah.
body language. Especially that game against FEU. FEU
FEU,
ba na?
FEU, FEU.
Kita mo yung body language na when he doesn't get the touches, of course he gets frustrated, knowing na wala na nga masyadong weapons. I think,
Yeah, but like,
yeah.
if you're Mason, do you think you're gonna get more touches in DLSU?
Oh, if you're the KQ, if you're the KQ, well, sa DLSU kasi bro, like, si
Is
Coach
he the
Topex
KQ
is a,
replacement?
no, I'm saying na the Coach Topex is a player's coach. Hindi,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
will, but Coach Tab, system, this is my system. You have to fall in line.
Yeah,
Sa Lasal, Coach Topic is like, who are my pieces? Okay, that's where I'm gonna base my system this year.
yeah,
Ganon siya. Who are my personnel? So I feel like yun yung iniisip ni Mason na this could be beneficial for at least my
yeah,
career na I need a player's coach, 'di ba?
yeah.
And it's a
Plus,
risky take from his end, but of
yeah.
course he knows what's best for his career.
Also, I think we can also think about it in the sense na I think this is also something that could save his career, right? Because we can kind of argue he hasn't had the best showing so far.
It's been 1 year pa lang. Imagine,
Yeah,
1 year
that's
pa
why.
lang. Rookie year lang naman.
So his rookie year wasn't the star-studded rookie year everybody was expecting for him to have. I would say so. Like, maybe I think he's looking for a fresh start in the LSU. At the same time, like, I don't think people are expecting Ateneo to be the best team this year either. So on his end, he's probably thinking like, I
I
could
want to win.
look,
I want
I
to
want
win.
to win. I can look better. I might as well. But then, yun nga, I understand the backlash. The lying to Coach Tab. Well, lying to Coach Tab, you can't necessarily say na. Maybe at the time there was no offer. You wouldn't know. But
Yeah,
then, like,
we wouldn't know. At the end of the
you
day,
really
we're
wouldn't
just
know.
speculating it based on the
But
articles that come.
yeah. So ayun, the issue with Coach Tab always will be an issue. Will be a big talking point for them. Just so many of those things. Coach Tab, the rest of his teammates. I mean, not his teammates not knowing even this in the slightest that he was leaving. All those things will play a huge part in the fact na he's getting hated on. But it's not something that we would argue that he doesn't deserve. But at the same time, wala. He's a player. He's a young player. He's moving on to DLSU. At some point, what I'm gonna say is I'm kind of excited for when we see DLSU Ateneo this year, right?
Yeah, pero feel ko yung peak is gonna be 88 kasi hindi pa pwede maglaro si Mason eh.
Ay, sorry,
86
next year.
next year.
Yeah.
So medyo at least mag-die down yun. I think that's a benefit of the 1 year sit down rule eh, no? Parang let it
Yeah,
die
at least,
down. Can you just imagine if wala nang sit down rule, laro ka agad, bro?
yeah,
I think
at least.
Araneta or Mo will have to put so much security, like extra security, knowing how ano yung mga crazy
Oh,
yung
it
mga.
could. I hope not. I hope not.
No,
Syempre.
I'm just saying na if wala yung 1 year, kasi it's gonna be fresh, di ba? And you know naman there are
Yep.
some very die-hard fans from both sides. So Yeah, of course, we don't want
Yeah.
that to happen. At the end of the day naman, may class naman mga yan. They're not gonna do anything. Pero sure ako ano siya, makakarinig siya ng mura.
Oh, bro!
Oo.
Bro, feeling ko paghawak niya ng bola pa lang, the booze will, it's like LeBron coming home to Cleveland.
Hindi Mario, pagpasok pa lang nila sa yung shoot around, doon.
Yeah, bro. Oh, he had to have taken this into account, right? It's impossible that he did not take this into account when he made this decision. But I'm sure it's just, I mean, at this point, accept it, right?
Do you think it's a good move though, Mario? Do you think it's a good move for him? Like sabihin kahit ano, like without like sabihin natin everything went perfectly in the background. Do you think it was still a good move? Or kasi may Konov din, bro. May Konov, may
bro,
Pablo.
for me, how do I say this? May
Ateneo kasi,
Baklaan ka, may Cortez ka, may
hindi
Kono
naman niya
ka.
makakabanggaan yun. Hindi niya makakabanggaan yun in terms
But
of
in terms of the
position.
touches, bro.
Ay,
In terms
oo
of the
nga
touches.
pala. Sa touches nga.
If we're talking about touches, diba?
Ball dominant yung dalawang yun.
Ball dominant si Jacob. Ball dominant din si Kian. So, it's not gonna be the best for him. I guess at this point, what we can say is na the load is a bit lighter on him now, right? We
Okay,
can say
okay.
the load is a bit lighter on him. So he will not be the main option. So the defense will have to probably leave him open a bit more as compared to Ateneo. Pero wala pre. I'm the type of guy who would say that if you can bring a team like Ateneo to the Final Four as their lead player, your draft stock is gonna go high. Your worth is gonna be proven miles and miles more or much more. So it really depends on how he performs in DLSU. It will be really hard if he doesn't perform well in DLSU. Pero I'm sure he has faith in his abilities. I'm sure DLSU has faith in his abilities also. It'll really be up to them at that point.
Yeah, and but if we stayed with Ateneo, it's more of yun yung talagang trust the process. Kung nagstay ka sa Ateneo, trust the process na masama talaga yung start in the second year. But if you think about it, you kind of have 4 more years with Ateneo, diba na in a way you work your way through the system. And I'm not saying na magiging third year Ravenna siya na puputok 1 year, but at least diba makita mo yung gradual progression ng mga...
si 30?
Diba 30 kasi parang rough ng 2 years niya. Tapos parang nung third niya lang ata na tsaka lang siya nagsimula pumutok.
Yeah. I can't remember that. Ayun. I don't know, bro. If you ask me, at the end of the day, he knows what he's doing. It's his career, diba? It's impossible that he doesn't know what he's doing. It's impossible that his team and his family doesn't know what they're doing. So, and DSU had to have made a hell of a pitch for them to have been able to get Mason, right? It's not like Ateneo wasn't giving him enough, or it's not like Ateneo wasn't a worthwhile school. DLSU's pitch to him must have been incredible, telling him what his role is going to be on the team. So it's just up to him if he's going to be able to, first of all, prove to DLSU that he was worth what they think he was worth, and at the same time prove to all of the people who are bashing him right now na, yeah, I moved to DLSU, but look what I'm doing here.
On the side of Lasal naman, I'm talking about the perspective of a player. Hindi ba medyo demoralizing yun, yung mga nandun na sa stable nila? Your Pablo, your Konov, bigla kang may ka-competition ulit sa position mo, or you think it doesn't affect them as much?
Doesn't matter, bro. I don't think that matters as much as we think it does. At the end of the day, all of these people are under Coach Topex, and Coach Topex is a pretty good coach in
Players
bringing
coach,
out the
players
best.
coach.
Yeah, he's the best at he's one of the best at bringing out the best of his team, and we're acting as if naman na what's it called? We're acting as if DLSU doesn't run these big men systems, right? You can have Mason and Konov at the same time. How tall? What's
Actually, parang ano nga like Mason sometimes wants to be played at a 3 spot. So,
exactly.
Diba? So, parang kaya rin eh. Kaya mo gawin sa Lasal eh.
Kaya nila yun. So, you have Mason and Mike. I think
Agunani
Mike
nga rin eh. Agunani.
Yeah.
Konov, Mason. Pwede mo gawin yun eh.
Bob, syempre may magkakaroon ng banggaan, not. I don't think it's to the extent na we think it's gonna be. On the side of DLSU, you added like basically, I think one of the best shooters in the UAAP today. You add that basically randomly out of nowhere, literally out of nowhere, literally out of nowhere, as I would say. So, if you want your team to win, you would have no problem if you're Ateneo that if you're DLSU that Mason's here. If you want your team to win, if that's your sole purpose. Syempre, if you want to improve draft stock, if you want to if you want to reach your contract benefits, syempre iba yun. Pero in terms of just wanting to win, you have no problem at all with Mason Amos coming to the team.
With all of this happening, like the exodus and everything, natatalo Ateneo sa recruitment efforts, do you think that they should let go of Coach Tab? Like, kunyari, he
Dang,
made
bro, you
himself
can't ask me that.
Why? Why? I can. It's
That's a
it's an
wild
opinion.
question.
It's an opinion. It's a good question. It's a good closer. So would
Okay.
okay, sabihin natin Coach Tab says na okay, I can like I'm ready for a contract extension. And then if you're Ateneo, are you like, "Oh yeah, sure." Or
Bro,
do you think about it twice? Do you like sleep on it?
di mo masasabi
It's not
na,
as automatic na as before. What do you think?
there has to be a reason, right? There has
This
to be a
applies to the
reason.
listeners as well. This applies to all the listeners. Let us know what
There is
you
a reason for this. I really
yeah.
think there is a reason for this. It's not a coincidence. I don't think it's a coincidence. Nah, we've seen Jared Brown leave.
Kai
We've seen
Balungay,
Kai
Gio
Balungay leave.
Chu.
We've seen Gio Chu leave. We've seen
Are we missing
Mason
someone?
Amos leave.
Yeah, yeah.
There are rumors. People have heard the rumors for a while about Tab leaving Ateneo, and obviously we don't want to feed into those rumors. But then there are signs right now that these players know na the one who recruited them may not also be the one coaching the team soon, right? I think that it gives a certain sense of that. I don't. Uh, at the end of the day, Tab Baldwin is really a good coach in the UAAP, even in the national
Yeah,
scene.
he proved it.
So
Wala namang doubts dun.
yeah, so it could be a coaching thing. These players could know something that we don't about the coach leaving soon, and that could be one of the reasons why they're not staying.
Safe answer. But yeah, I think that's my final question for the viewers, like those listening. That's something that you guys can answer in the comments. But yeah, that's for us. That's Mario and I's quick emergency pod on the issue of Mason transferring to
It's
DLSU.
crazy.
Yeah, and I think just to wrap everything up for me, I mean, Mason at the end of the day is a Filipino. He's representing Gilas. I just want him to get better para magamit natin sa international scene considering na yun nga, no, 3-point shooting. Our favorite topic last time was the main concern. So yeah, I just wish Mason the best. Hopefully he brushes off the hate, plays through it, and hopefully becomes a great player for Gilas Pilipinas in the long run. Hopefully,
Yeah. I think pangit lang yung timing, guys.
bakit
Pangit
lang
lang yung
timing, but at least
pangit lang yung timing,
ako
guys.
na I would just wish na do well in the
Yeah,
international
I agree.
tournaments.
Mahirap to for Mason kasi right now he's at Gilas. So it's kind of on his head now that half of the
But then again, Mason will not play that many men. And knowing that this came out, you think Coach Tim would put him on the floor? Or maybe paprove niya na parang, sige Mason, paturahan mo na, ano, galing-galing
Actually,
pa rin.
I was bring this up. This kind of surprises me. Diba considering we watched the Gilas versus Taiwan game, right? And right after the game, I don't know if you've released the interviews yet, but we interviewed Mason and we asked him, is he excited to bring what he learned back to the UAAP? And at that time, he kept telling us na yes, he's excited to bring it to Ateneo. So I wonder when all of this was cooked up. If it was that recent, that Mason really thought he was going to Ateneo, or if he was playing safe with his answer. But when you see that interview, that's why I would think I was really surprised when Mason went to DLSU. Was that a few days ago, this man was ready to go to Ateneo.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So
it's crazy, but at the end of the day, it's up to Mace, bro.
I mean, yeah.
It's really gonna be up to Mace.
Let's see how he does with Lasal. And hopefully ma-prove niya dun sa season 88 na he made the right decision. and he explodes, no? Grabe yun, no? Parang sampal rin sa mukha ng Ateneo na, oh no! Na ano, he
Imagine
explodes.
watching Mason drop, become the best
20.
shooter, yeah, and watching 20 a game, and you're gonna be like, damn,
Yeah, we get you now, bro. Yeah,
we
so
get it, Mason.
we
All
get.
right, all right,
All right,
all right.
guys. Thank you. This is a 6-man podcast. So don't forget to subscribe on YouTube and then follow on Spotify. See you guys next time for the draft na. So most likely PBA draft content na after this. Unless may bago na naman pasabog na hinihintay natin.
What? Jared Bahay? No, I'm just kidding.
All right. See you
Bye.
guys.